The One That Got Away, this video.
But I don't get bored,
It's an 85-year-old grandmother talking about a man that she dated when she was 19 years old. So 66 years later, she's still talking about the one that got away. The interesting part is the comment section, which are mostly women of all ages, essentially saying it's a universal experience for women. The original video is linked on my TikTok post. Now, saying it's a universal experience might be a little much, but it is certainly very common. My mother was a nurse for over 40 years, worked ICU for much of that, and has been at people's deathbed quite a bit. She has about a dozen stories of women in this deathbed scenario talking about the one that got away and how they were married for 50 plus years to a man they neither loved nor desired. Never once, however, did my mother hear a man expressing the same regrets or talking about the one that got away. It's not that men don't sometimes marry their second choice, but once a choice is made, they move forward. This is why the movie Titanic resonates with women, but to men it's repulsive. She still has pictures of that one guy on her phone. She can't help but to bring up that one guy's name out of the blue sometimes. She still follows him on social media, even after she says she loves you. If she loved you, you would have likely never heard that man's name before. But you do know his name, and his picture is still hidden on her phone. First choice or last resort, gentlemen.
And so you have a lot of these modern women really honestly and truly noticing that men are seeing them, but they're not engaging. You know, I see him looking at me, I see him staring at me, but why is he not talking to me? You know what I mean? Well, it's the fact that there's been some weird stuff going on, and I talk about it a lot. In this day and age, you have to let the man know that it's all right to approach. You have to let the man know that it's all right to engage with you. And for him to know that it's all right, in a lot of these situations, you have to put yourself out there as well. There's a lot of men that are going to require you to have a conversation, and not only him lead the conversation and have something to say and just keep the conversation flowing.
What is it with men these days? And I mean, women too, but you could be in the same room with a person that you're attracted to, that you want to talk to, and never even try to say hi. But then you'll go home, find their socials, find them on a dating app, and just think, yup, let me put a fire emoji on that post, that story. Instead of ever just saying a simple hi. I don't know. This generation, it has no game. They don't know how to pick up women, because I much rather have an awkward hello in person than someone sliding into a DM, sending me unwarranted videos, or putting fire emojis with no words. Get it together. Let's grow up a little.
Drop your relationship status, but in job terms only.
Oh, for God's sake.
Seeking better opportunities with room for growth.
That's a girl fed up.
Shared workspace, no assigned seating.
It's a
Hot desk situation. Position eliminated due to lack of leadership. Oh, wow. Yeah. Suspended pending investigation.
That's the scariest job status I could ever be in.
Just fire me. You don't need to investigate.
We're investigating.
Because you know I did it.
Yeah.
Just fire me, bro.
Yeah, we're investigating. I would much rather be fired.
No, don't make a mockery out of it.
No, we're going to drag this out.
If you suspend me, I'm just not coming back.
And you can forget about the reference.
Yeah.
You can fucking forget about
I
the
need
reference.
to change fields completely.
Yeah.
Completely. So I'm blacklisted from hospitality.
Yeah.
I'm blacklisted.
And modern women really they want to go back to the era where men used to beg, men used to yearn a lot more. But, you know, if I don't understand where we're going, if it looks like you don't like me, then what am I begging for? I mean, and even ladies, you watch movies. You're watching these movies. In these movies, these women are showing some sort of interest And so they might be giving the man the cold shoulder, but they're still showing some sort of, even if it's just a little bit, that man is looking and saying, oh, so there's a chance. And she might not say one way or another. Okay, well, she's not stopping me. Maybe I ought to continue to pursue. But modern women make it very clear today. I said no, leave me alone, get away from me. That's the end of me chasing. That's the end of me begging. I don't need to go any further.
Back then, an average guy could get a traditional woman. And now what does he get? He gets a boss babe, a girl that's been ran through. He gets an ex, he gets a born again virgin. But what do we get? We still get protection and provisioning. The average salary could cover an apartment. But the thing is, like, women, we want this lifestyle that's not even realistic nowadays. Like, we want men that make more than we do, and we want them to pay all of the bills. But it's like, we all have our nails done. We have, we get our hair dyed. We have makeup. We have all of this stuff that costs money because we want this lifestyle.
You don't want to look at me? We could be friends.
Yo, like,
Here.
no.
I can't have it?
Because I already said gone somewhere. Please.
Me?
Yes. No, like, okay. No.
You gotta learn to accept rejection. Everybody is not gonna like you. Some people cannot accept rejection because they egos. They feel like they're entitled because they look a certain way or they successful, they got this going on. That don't mean something to everybody. Some people don't care about that and they just not interested. They might not find you not attractive. They might think you are attractive, but they just not interested. They got other stuff going on in their life that right at that moment, they don't want to talk to somebody. You cannot force somebody to talk to you because your ego hit when they say no. You know, and I know people have past trauma. They have disappointments in their life, but you have to know life is full of ups and downs. You're going to have disappointments in anything you do. You're going to have failures in anything you do. But sometimes failures are the best thing when it comes to relationships because that person wasn't meant for you. So learn to accept rejection. If you can't accept rejection, then you need to go heal with yourself to understand that does not determine or define who you are because somebody rejected you. That doesn't make you unsuccessful. That doesn't make you unattractive. That just makes you not the person for them.
You know, I think also one of the things that men have a real big problem with, or one of the things that they run into is in darn near every disagreement, there's gaslighting. If a man says, you know, I feel like this, and she says, well, you know, I feel like that. Okay. Or are we on different pages? Instead of agreeing to disagree, she goes into calling him a narcissist. She goes into calling him, you know, oh, well, you know, you're not as emotionally intelligent as I am. You're not as emotionally stable as I am. Right? Shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. This is what we're running into with a lot of these modern women. And so when you're saying, how come a man doesn't come approach me anymore? How come a man doesn't really want to date anymore? This is what men are talking about. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. Looks fine. Juice looks great. Fantastic. Looks like it's good. But it isn't worth the trouble. I don't know if they really cleaned it properly. I don't know if it's been purified properly. So I'm not going to go over there and drink it. Oh, well, you scary. Maybe. But I'm staying alive.
The smugness disappears real quick.
You made a comment earlier, women are better in every way than men. And the question that I would have is, I'm sorry, you said something about...
I didn't say anything close to that. The men versus women thing, I think it's silly. I think these traits, human traits, are human traits. Some were nurtured more in this person, some were nurtured. Like my dad being a stay-at-home dad, he was much better mother than my mother was. I am so sorry, Mom, if you see this. But he just was. He was a better mom than she was. And sometimes that's the case. Forget the gender role stuff and like, these are all human traits. You either are a gentle, nurturing, organized person who wants to take care of a kid or you're not.
I will say not every woman is a mother, right. But I would just say this, find me the society of women that are doing it by themselves.
would love
bad.
to see it.
Exactly. It doesn't exist.
Why though?
Because we are not able to sustain it. We live in a safe civil society because the men have made an agreement amongst themselves to not blow it all up.
I am in love with two men at once and I don't know what to do. I've never been so happy in my life. I'm in this like, I get to pick. I make the rules now. I'm in love with both and I'm not going to decide in the next 24 hours.
I'll decide for you. Guys, if you recognize this woman, just know she's not only dating you. So make your choice wisely. I hope having 3.3 million followers, at least one of the boys follows me and sees this, just so karma or justice could be served. Because just don't want anyone to get their heart broke here.
Unpopular opinion. A lot of women want to be pursued, but they don't know how to reciprocate. You expect for that man to initiate every text, every call, every date, every move, and you think that's what he's supposed to do. But that's you really being passive low-key, right? Because let's be real, if a man has to do 100% of the work, he's not building with you, he's dragging you along. Effort is attractive. Initiation is attractive. Reciprocation is attractive. You don't lose your values by showing interest. You prove your values by matching energy. If she ain't gonna put forth no effort, King, you need to leave her where she's at.
And I think another thing that, kind of confuses men is that a lot of these modern women have a whole checklist of the things that they need you to do. They have a whole checklist of the things that they want you to do. And then when you meet those things, or you're pretty well through that list, like you're checking maybe not every box because nobody's perfect, but a good majority of the boxes. She'll say something like, well, I mean, sometimes she don't even say anything. She just acts disappointed, like, okay, is that it? What else do you have? Like, I expect more out of my man. You know what I mean? And then when he asks, she's like, oh yeah, you're doing great, but I know my friends would do, or my dad would do, or my grandpa, or I've heard stories and tales of my great-great-grandpa, who I never even knew, doing this for my great-great-great-grandmother. So I need you to treat me like that. That's a myth. He never did that. If you go back to her and you ask her actually you can't ask her, because she passed away. Your mother's lying to you. That's a...
Here are 5 tests women will put men to in a relationship. Number 1, she'll tell you something personal to see if you will remember it later. Women want to know that you're listening and that you care about the things that she talks about. Number 2, she will ask you how your past relationships ended to 1, see how you talk about your ex, and 2, to see if you will take any responsibility. Women want to see how much you've grown since your past relationship, and will use how maturely you talk about the past relationship as an indicator. Number 3, she will complain about something small to see if you will step in and try to fix it for her. Women like to know that you're going to be there to care for her when she needs it. Number 4, she will spark a minor disagreement to see how you handle conflict. Women want men who can resolve conflicts calmly. Number 5, she will put herself down or make an insecure comment about herself to see if you will try to make her feel better. So if she says something like, I look like a mess or I look ugly today, she's testing you to see if you will say that she is crazy for thinking that. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been put to one of these tests. And as always, feel free to save this video to help prepare you for the next time she tries to test you.
Me and Mr. Spider was having a conversation and we were talking about what's the end of the relationship for you, and for him it's cheating, and for me it's...
Excuse me, you can ask him the question. It's a question.
That's the end of the relationship for you.
So, like I said, like we were talking before, I think everybody needs to have that one button you press, that's it. You can work on anything and everything, you're always going to be able to do something to me no matter what, and I'm always going to forgive it because I'm going to think that, there's just no line, and then you're going to disrespect me consistently, and then you're going to eventually find somebody that will press that button when it's time. For me, if you sleep with another man enters you, that's it.
Facts.
That ugly money.
What if she bring 80?
No!
That ugly money.
He said no!
That ugly money.
That's not the end.
Oh, yes, it is for him. He just said this. You asked him.
That ugly money.
You asked him the question. He answered it. That's how it works.
That ugly money.
Well, what if she bring 80% of to the table? You gonna let all of that go for cheating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ugly money.
Men are weak.
That ugly money.
Are we?
Women, some women are hoes.
That ugly money.
Trying to get accountability out of a woman who swears she did nothing wrong. My brother, that's gonna wear you out, okay? You will tell her exactly where the disrespect was. You could draw a graph and pinpoint it. This is X. She will flip it into defense mode. And if you make the mistake and ask for ownership, you ask her to own up to what she did. She doesn't understand what you're talking about. And after a while, you're going to start realizing this isn't even a real conversation anymore. It's a loop. It's the same issue, the same denial, the same little performance, keyword performance, where somehow you are the problem for bringing it up. And let's be honest, a lot of women aren't fighting for peace. They're fighting to protect the version of themselves that never has to admit they were wrong. And once you realize that and you peep the game, everything is going to change. Because you stop trying to convince somebody, anybody, who has already decided they're innocent and they're always the victim. That's where your peace begins. It begins the moment you stop trying to force self-awareness, self-reflection onto somebody who is committed to avoiding it. If you've ever left a conversation more drained than when you walked into it, my brother, that's not confusion. That's what happens when you keep trying to reason with somebody who refuses to self-reflect. Save this video.
I'm almost 40 and I'm single. And sometimes it sucks because I thought I would have been married by now. I'm a single mother and I desire partnership. However, I'm not subscribing to perfection. Single ladies, you don't need to be perfect to receive love. Don't you understand? We create the market that single men shop in. So why are we creating this false illusion of perfection? Creating a false standard of perfection is requiring us to live up to that. Aren't you already tired? Girl, love yourself for where you are, your past, and where you're going. Stay true to you and leave room for growth and flaws. There's beauty in imperfections. Someone is going to love you for all of you, but you gotta love you first. With love, Coach Cakes. Follow me for more.
Raise your flag if you think Andrew Tate is a good influence. Raise your flag if you think Clavicular is a positive influence. Raise your flag if you think Nick Fuentes is a positive influence. Has feminism held men back, or has the manosphere distorted what masculinity means for an entire generation?
I think we should have 100 more Andrew Tates.
Feminism, straight pipeline to
Feminism, it tells women if they want to sleep around, that's totally fine.
Well, feminism is ruining culture and society.
If you're going to measure it, feminism has done more damage to society and men's mental health, family economy, the nuclear family.
Taking is a little bit worse than giving.
If we both go to a used car lot, one car is totaled, one car has the engine blown out twice, head gasket never works, always has to be replaced. Another car has a fender bender. Which one are you taking?
My first surrounded claim is that the manosphere is a billion-dollar business that profits off keeping men angry and insecure. My next surrounded claim is that a woman's body count doesn't matter. My next surrounded claim is that porn has done more damage to men than feminism has. My final surrounded claim is that the most attractive men are those who like and respect women. Hi, I'm Mark Manson. I'm the #1 New York Times bestselling author and a former men's dating and relationship coach. And today, I'm surrounded by the manosphere. Check it out this Sunday on Jubilee.
What is 66 plus 44?
When I was 10, my brain...
Okay, what is it?
100. 106?
What decade was World War I?
1920?
1920s, okay.
1920s.
1920?
What was the primary decade of World War II?
Was it 2000s? Yeah.
Yeah.
1980.
Music.
1950.
1950. Did you say 2000s? So World War II happened when you were fucking alive. You're 33. Can you name either 3 K-pop stars or 3 Kardashians?
Jungkook, Suga, V.
Kardashians?
Kim, Courtney, Chloe.
Yeah, Kim, Chloe.
What about you?
Kim, Kylie, Kendall.
Do you know any more?
Yeah.
5 signs that your man is not okay. Suddenly, वो emotionally unavailable हो जाता है. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है that he has stopped loving you. वो एक constant pressure में है, जो वो समझा नहीं पा रहा है. वो हर छोटी चीज़ पे irritate हो जाता है, गुस्सा हो जाता है. क्योंकि जब एक इंसान constant stress में रहता है, तो सबसे पहले उसका emotional patience जाने लगता है. वो खामोश हो जाता है, अपने दिन के बारे में, काम के बारे में, प्रॉब्लम्स के बारे में बात नहीं करता. या तो वो बहुत सोने लगता है या उसकी रातों की नींद गायब हो जाती है क्योंकि आपकी बॉडी कांस्टेंट स्ट्रेस, प्रेशर, एंजाइटी की तरफ रिएक्ट करने लगती है. आप कभी भी उससे पूछो हाउ आर यू फीलिंग, वो सडनली बोल देगा आई एम फाइन, और वो उस जवाब के पीछे छुप जाता है. क्योंकि आदमियों को यही सिखाया जाता है कि ये तुम्हारी बैटल है, तुम्हारी प्रॉब्लम है और तुम्हें अकेले ही सॉल्व करनी है, कोई और इसे सॉल्व नहीं कर सकता. और जब कभी ऐसा हो, जस्ट टेल हिम वन थिंग, that whatever it is that's bothering him, you're always going to stand by him.
A lot of heterosexual men don't like women.
A lot of straight men want access to women's bodies. They're not actually attracted to women outside of what they can use them for.
Men don't like women. This is just allowing women to avoid accountability even further. Men don't like women because women are unlikable. The women that the culture industry produces in the modern era are unlikable. Well, what about the fact that women seem to just select for men that don't like women and only objectify women? Not pandering for a woman's approval, not deferring to a woman for her evaluation. This is a signal of high value and high status. This is what women select for. So it seems to me that female mating preferences have something to do with this, huh? Goes even deeper than that. Marrying for romantic love is an experiment that is only 100 years old. Before this, men and women got married as a form of alliance. It was an economic decision. This idea of marry your best friend and process all of your feelings together for the rest of your life is a 100-year-old concept. If you zoom out on human history, that is a blink of the eye. Historically, men have had other male companions and community and tribe. These are low effort relationships. The relationship that women claim to want in a marriage, the problem is that they want all of their boxes checked. This is already arbitrary. And then the boxes change, the goalposts move. You cannot satisfy a woman. The way that women want to be loved is a function of how much love they think they can get. And then once they get it, they need more. Do you not understand the mechanism? But back to how women are unlikable, bro. They have self-justifying desires and their feelings are automatically fact. They blame men for everything and then they sell therapy to men for failing to love them correctly.
The more masculine he is, the more controlling he's going to be. This doesn't mean he's going to be insecure. It means he's going to look to protect you, meaning that the things that you do are going to be something he pays attention to because he wants to make sure that it's for your best interest. And now, do you trust him? If you don't trust him, you're going to call him for controlling and you're going to put a projection on it that he's entitled and wants to hurt you. But remember, he's the person that wants to protect you and give you everything. So don't think that that's not a valuable characteristic. Consider where that person's coming from. Are they doing it to hide from themselves or are they doing it for your best interest? If you trust him and you feel that the intention deep down is for your own well-being, then maybe listen.
A lot of guys emphasize that women like men who can protect and provide. There's certainly some truth to that, but I think a lot of men don't understand what we mean when we say that. When I say I want a man that can provide, I mean like I want a man who can notice that we're running low on milk and picks him up from the store without me having to ask. Providing can be cooking dinner when I have a busy day. My man makes me feel provided for when he fills up my water cup while I'm sitting on the couch. He provides peace and structure in my environment when he cleans up around the house. He provides me with emotional support, connection, and friendship. I feel really provided for when he plans something, when he gets reservations somewhere or he plans a trip for us. Protecting is huge, but it's almost never from physical harm. Much bigger and more common ones are protecting my peace and protecting my dignity. Sticking up for me and advocating for me when I'm not able to. Advocating for women in general because that includes me. If my in-laws are trying to plan something and he says, hang on, let me check my schedule, and he checks in with me without blaming me, like that's him protecting me. A lot of men think of protecting as like jumping in front of a bullet for me. But most men will never have to protect their wives from a bullet. My husband's only had to investigate a loud noise in the night like twice. He protects my peace by unloading the dishwasher all the time. And of course I protect him and provide for him as well. I don't badmouth him in front of my friends. I provide and plan things for him as well. It's actually funny because when I think of protectors and providers, like that's usually women. Women have been providing just as much as men since the beginning of time. Women protect like nobody protects. Mothers protect like nobody protects. The only men who have like protected and provided for me are my husband and dad. But like countless women have protected and provided for me. My aunts planned bridal showers and the random lady on the subway protected me. It's actually rare that men protect and provide, and it's crazy that women never get credit for it. Regardless, for most of us, that's protecting and providing. I'll die for you doesn't really mean anything. We need you to live for us.
I don't know if y'all know this, but a submissive woman actually controls the man, and here's why. When a woman leads with softness, when she's warm, receptive, feminine, something shifts in the man across from her. He doesn't feel challenged, he feels trusted. And that switch is one that most men didn't even know they have, which is the urge to provide, protect, and step up. Because a man is not compelled to dominate a soft woman, right? He's drawn to take care of her. He starts thinking about how to make her life easier, how to keep that smile on her face. And the more she lets him, the more invested he becomes. And that's the part people miss, because a woman's softness is not weakness. It almost serves as a gravity. Whole time a man will be reorganizing his life to keep the girl happy, thinking it's his idea, when really, it's all a byproduct of the woman's behavior. And that's why this dynamic lasts, in my opinion, because it's two people leaning into what comes naturally. Her receiving and him leading and providing. So when people ask who controls a relationship, it's almost never the man.
Top 5 reasons men aren't approaching women. Y'all not gonna believe what number 1 is, but y'all gonna have to stick around to see what it is. Number 5, too many mixed signals. They don't know if she interested or annoyed. Y'all know how y'all be having that rest and be face? I'm guilty of it too. Number 4, fear of rejection. Most men, they hate public embarrassment. And some of y'all women, baby, y'all could be some mean ones. Number 3, social media has changed dating. DMs feel much safer than walking up. It's okay to be rejected there. Nobody ain't gonna know. Number 2, they think she's taken. If she look good, somebody probably already claimed her. But they don't know her phone is dried in the desert. And number 1, the risk doesn't feel worth it. One bad rejection can make a man stop approaching altogether. That's exactly why you men need to go and take my red flag audit test, so y'all can see all these red flags and y'all won't have the fear of approaching a real woman.
A very traditional Christian man who asked me at one point, how do you feel about after you graduated, we just immediately got married and you were a stay-at-home wife and you didn't have to work? I was honestly offended by that question because I was so passionate about this thing that I was getting a degree in that I was just so eager to enter the workforce and do this thing that I loved and get money for it. Fast forward to today, I've graduated, we broke up, I'm now working in the profession of the thing that I got a degree in, and I changed my mind. I changed my mind, I know. I don't want to do it anymore, I'm done.
Men who seek out trad wives are no different from men who purchase. What is a man gaining whenever he has this trad wife? He is gaining somebody who is going to tend to the house and who also will be his personal buddy whenever he wants to have sex with her. In exchange, she is being compensated through housing, through whatever allowances this man gives her, and through whatever activities, dates, etc. that they go on together.
They hate these trad wives because trad wives are, first of all, they loathe happy trad wives. These very unhappy, career-driven, feminist women loathe happy trad wives because it bothers them that you chose as a trad wife potentially a path that was more traditional and feminine and didn't do all of this stuff that masculinized you and that you found happiness in that.
Guys, I can't believe what just happened. This girl, I don't want to put her on blast, but this girl took me out to the restaurant and now she's telling me after we ordered, she ain't got enough money. I'm shaking. Like, why would you waste my time? Why would you? Why would you bring me out? My time is actually valuable.
Yeah, but you didn't.
No. It's not how this works, guys. I can't actually believe it. Like, what is the point? If you're not in a position to date, don't be dating. Work on yourself first.
I have money though.
Oh, you have money?
Yeah.
Do you have enough?
I don't know how much it is.
I don't do 50-50.
I don't know how much it
The
is.
other guys are willing to do 50-50. I'm not doing no 50-50. So can you pay this girl, yes or no?
I don't know how much it is. I don't know if I have
Absolutely shocking. You know what? I'm gonna get someone to come pick me up. Get another girl to come pick me up. This is absolutely disgusting.
If we say the quiet part out loud, that in the majority of heterosexual marriages, the man brings protection and providing, and the woman brings kindness, warmth, and care, right? And that's the economy. That's the economy. I didn't make that up. Don't get mad at me in the comments. I didn't make it up. It was here before me. It's going to be here after me. I promise, right? So that's the game. That's the economy. His roles, his obligations are enforceable by law. So state power can be used to enforce his obligations, not hers. The court cannot order her to be nice to him or to him or to stay pretty or to stay sweet and friendly to him and kind to him or speak nicely of him or raise the children in a meaningful way that, creates value to him instead of teaching them to disrespect him, right? But his promises in that, shelter, food, financial obligations, court can force you to do that. And if you don't do it, they can put you in jail or they can take away your driver's license, your professional licenses. So what is that? When you have a contract where only one side is enforceable by law, under penalty of law, like that is a dangerous game to play if you're a man, period.
A lot of these modern women are expecting men to fund their lifestyle, upgrades, what they want, all that stuff, even before commitment is discussed, right? Do all of these things for me. You have a woman that's 3 months in. Really, honestly, and truly, a lot of these women, modern women, are asking for that even before 3 months, right? So you come in 2 to 3 weeks in, and they're saying, why hasn't he offered to cover half the Miami trip with the girls? Why hasn't he offered to pay for my hair and nails, right? And then they'll say something stupid like, my ex always invested in experiences with me. Where's he at? What's going on with him? Why are you guys not together anymore? Why are you not with your ex? Why would I be paying for a girl's trip when we haven't even had a talk about a relationship yet? That's not really an investment. That's just you testing how much you can extract early on. And that's a lot of times and a huge reason why a lot of these guys out here are checking out, opting out of dating. That's not even dating. That's not even dating. That's you over there trying to be. You're not a good person. I'll say it like that.